So the first part is this section of Analyser, which is my firm. And the first thing that a firm does when they come in to do due diligence on Analyser is they create their client proposition, and they also break it down by segment if that's relevant. So they give the segment a name, a description of it, the investment proposition that they're currently using, if they're already using one, tell it what your investment philosophy is, and then tell it what your target client definitions are. And then that's baked into everything you do in the whole due diligence process. So if you update that segment, and you may do that a number of times if you're a firm that segments your client base. Some don't, a lot do. If you don't segment, it's about telling it what your client proposition is and the investment philosophy and target client definitions for that. So that's the first of three things that I'm going to show you. The second thing that I will show you is what the templates look like. So if I was going to do a comparison here, and I was going to do it on platforms, and we'll call it consumer duty template, assessment. And you can do this in the full due diligence module as well. I'll select all platforms. And then what you can do is apply the consumer duty. We've got a core one. And if I apply that, it will mean that you're assessing target market, foreseeable harms actions taken, what the platform's target client definition is, the negative target market, the other things you can read there. So you see how that immediately relates back to your own client proposition. So it's a case of doing a bit of reading just to make sure they do. That's all then baked in and recorded into the audit trail, the due diligence process. We also have consumer duty expanded in vulnerable clients. So expanded gets into a lot more of the specific features that are relevant to consumer duty, but aren't necessarily the new things that came out with consumer duty and the regs. But it's data we already had that is very applicable to the consumer duty job. So you can do that both in platform and MPS, and you can do it in the full due diligence report. So that's the second thing. And the third thing that I'm going to show you is the due diligence report. So if you were to go to run a due diligence report for a segment a due diligence piece of work that you've already done, I'm just going to show you what the report looks like. So we'll do it for this segment here. So this is what the report looks like. You can bespoke it to your firm, give the report a name, you can put your logo on it, obviously that's just a dummy one there. And it's all about starting with what your current situation is, those client proposition details that I was talking about, showing the price in comparison for the ones that are suitable once you've got down to that short list, but also looking at that against, we do it against the market average as well. So all these ones, these three are actually even below the market average. This is a report for when you've already got your panel in place. And it looks like this with an audit trail. There's also, which I'm not going to go through, is a big appendix that goes with this that shows like lots and lots of detail and lots of data that gives the audit trail of everything in quite a lot of detail. So that's the kind of final thing I was going to show with this report. What we were aiming to do from a consumer duty perspective is have a report that the advisor, if the client asks, they can show the client, and they can then surface the transparency that they've done. They could show them that the appendix that sits behind this as well. But this is why we're using these platforms or MPS providers. These are the reasons. This is the cost of them. And this is all the analysis that we've done, and not too detailed away.